Let's talk a bit about spending diamonds and spending real money in the game. What it is like, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. And there is no better time to record the video than now, because there are a few offers that come around every half a year. For example, this. And for example, this. And then we will see what is going on. Let's see the question itself, because it came from it's a community question. I recently returned to EOC from a 2 years break. The game changed quite a fair bit. Of course it changed quite a fair bit since I left. This is a live service. That's why people justify spending $10, $20 a month up to hundreds, depending on the experience you want. So if you want easy mode, you spend hundreds. If you want really hard mode, you do VIP 0, which means 0 spend. Hard mode is also doable. I've shown you already what it is like to get to the top of SVIP 0, and I repeated it in 2025 even after the game changed, that the only person that was in front of me was myself, basically, with my higher VIP account. And obviously if I play just as well as in the other account, the VIP 7 beats the VIP 0, right? Divine Heralds were just coming out then, and your videos have been a great way to catch up with the last trends and updates. If you don't mind and have a few minutes, of course, could you please advise me on what the most efficient way to hoard and acquire diamonds is? Now, let's talk a bit about this. There is efficient and there is effective. A big difference. So I can tell you what the most efficient way is, because then you have your objectives, and then you don't spend anything. But sometimes you need to spend, and there the effect is the most important thing. For example, in roster, or not roster, what is it? Backup formation, backup, here. Or what is it? Yeah, sometimes I get carried away with the there it is, formation. So in the formation, you see that I could unlock the third one. So I would have to go to the support, wherever that is. I don't do this every single day. There you go, support. And I would need to unlock this for 600 diamonds. Obviously, if you follow my advice on divine gear and legendary hero armor, first hero armor plus 3, then divine gear plus 6, then you're not gonna spend this 600 and you're gonna get into trouble eventually, because the issue is that these backup units, if they are synergic with the original ones, then you have a really easy time to activate some bonuses in the formation. And then you don't spend because you stay efficient and you maximize your diamond count. Usually you minimize your spending and you only spend on things that really matter. I originally advised, for example, not spending the diamond packs here and intimidate, purchase water gun, so not spending this 900 diamonds. But then I figured out that maybe those 9000 diamonds are the way for you to unlock certain artifacts that you can put in the Vidomina pot, and then you can 3x its value. So then I will ignore my own advice and spend the diamonds in case I don't have one specific artifact that I really need. For example, cornucopia is one of them that I'm building. So these are all important things to consider. There is no ultimate answer. And what is the most effective way? According to the best of my abilities, I played as well as I could. You go to the playlists, then you check out, if you are spender, the VIP 7 Plus Challenge 2025, and there is also a VIP 0 challenge, a free-to-play challenge. It is somehow mixing, so if you check out the playlist, it is mixing the new free-to-play challenge with the old one, so there are 100 videos in total. This was like old material, but you see somewhere near the top that all the way until I quit, that there you 2025 day 5, VIP day 3, VIP 0, first encrypt, and so on. So this is where we start. VIP 0 challenge 2025 start. Video number 25, and then you go upwards. I'm not sure if you need to swap the order. You can shuffle, you can loop, but I'm not exactly sure if you do it from top to bottom or from bottom to top. Maybe it's better to swap it, because video 25 is where you start at the moment and new videos may come, and then you go upwards all the way until today, or whatever the last day was, when the battle system is a broken video. It's actually not fully broken, it's just a bit suboptimal. Now you see all this information for VIP 0 as well as higher VIP, and then you will know what to spend on and what not to spend on. So these are the two playlists, at least for you. I did a VIP 4 playthrough sometime near the end of last year. It's still relevant, and it shows you the path all the way until the end. But I think it's what you're looking for is a VIP 7 playthrough from this year, because this is what contains the most up-to-date information in your situation. Let's continue. For context, I'm on a relatively new server, 3 weeks old, and I'll be prioritizing most of the things you advise in your videos. Then you're destined to get to first place, basically, unless someone else does the same, sooner or later. No matter what. So others can purchase Yorogumo, others can purchase paid heroes. They will purchase themselves half a year to 1 year advantage, basically. Okay, you need to be patient, but this is what they purchase themselves. Obviously, if you're at a VIP 15 level and spend thousands and thousands on a game, which I normally don't advise as a independent content creator, okay? I don't advise necessarily, unless this game means that much to you. In that case you can. But you won't be able to compete against those for a really long time. Now, after almost 1.5 years, so a bit more than a year, I'm basically starting to beat a VIP 15 with a VIP 1 account. Okay? So spending, imagine it this way. Every single day you collect 20 to, let's say, $50 worth of stuff. Out of these $20 to $50, $10 to $30 are relevant to you. So you would collect it no matter what. And you spend on top of this. Over a year, this is 365.02, 3 times that amount, so it's like $9,000, $10,950. So 1 year. If you collect this just by playing, then if you purchase, let's say 300, and with that you're already at like VIP 10, VIP 11, I don't know, I don't have the full math of how much you would purchase. How much is this 300 worth for you? Considering that you've collected $5,000 to $10,000 worth of stuff. It may be worth a lot if this 300 contains highly scarce items like Yorogumo that you cannot purchase anywhere else, but Yorogumo is gonna get irrelevant from the perspective of first team. It may still have a place in second team, third team, but roster as well as Tarot fully supports unions, and Yorogumo is just a neutral. So this means you don't worry, you just wait, let others enjoy the game in first place, and then you take first place. That's simple. So good. Not spending on the game features that I don't make a big impact early on, like Treasure Hunt. Treasure Hunt is impactful, but later. On top of that, what would you say the best paid deals are? I will talk about that as well. But before that, let's see Diamond Management. So in case of Diamond Management, make sure to pull Astro during weeks when you have Hero Armor or Divine Gear in here. Rather Hero Armor, prioritize Hero Armor. And last week it was Divine Gear, that's why my stash is empty. And there is an artifact event in here. An artifact event that this week it's Battle Scar Rewards week. I claim this because this was my first ever, and you know, the first 300 battles treasure hunt permits make a difference in the game. So I didn't wait for the event, I just pulled the 300. But instead of Battle Scar, there are weeks when you have Artifact, and if you pair this with Divine Gear or Hero Armor, that's when you make the best out of it. Then the next thing is that you hoard these boxes. Prestigious and Deluxe. Deluxe is better than Prestigious because it contains Hero Armor, Divine Gear. Prestigious just contains cornucopia and other stuff. I don't know which IDs will be available for the Vidomina Cauldron. I assume that only one of them. But then the other boxes are gonna be made basically artifact boxes, because I'm also hoarding artifacts. For example, I have 2 cornucopia prepared on this account, and unfortunately I don't have Envoy or anything else, or Perception Necklace. That's only for other accounts that are more mature. But just imagine that you have 3 prestigious artifacts, okay? So you put in 2 in the Vidomina pot, there is a third one, and there are other 2 prestigious artifacts. Then you can choose in the Vidomina event, that's a test server by the way, then you can choose which artifact do you want. So if you insert, you see quantity of 3, quantity of 3, quantity of 3. This for some reason quantity of 6 is stupid, we gave feedback, fine, just get over it. And then you understand, okay, let me do Angelic Alliance, for example. In that case, what you do is you go to your prestigious artifact, only use one, and you select Angelic Alliance, whichever that is. Heaven is this one. Check, confirm. I won't do it because I haven't decided. And then you put in those 3 Angelic Alliance components in the Vidomina pot. You put in 3, you get 9 back. And then you hoard 3 for future events, or hoard 6 for future events. And grow your account this way. That's one of the biggest multipliers. One artifact costs 9,000 diamonds. In general. Just make sure to do useful artifacts, not like useless artifacts. That's not that good. So that's how this works. And yeah, I'm demoing an account inventory live. So if any of my competitors watch this, then yeah, this is fully live. And yes, I'm hoarding quite a lot of things. So that's how you do, including covenants that I couldn't use for anything. That's another thing, covenants. You always do covenant pulls during limited time cumulative spending event. Limited time cumulative spending gives you a 50 to 60% diamond back. It's like cash back or rake back, but on your account, 50 to 60%. So you only spend big when you have this event activated. I'm still yet to spend about 4,000. The reason why I left this amount is that I couldn't have reached 50,000. I want these chests because it's a relatively new account. I don't want this thing at the moment. Later, it's fine. So I'm not dying to get it. I still get my 50 to 60% cash back on the 20,000 diamond spend. And I am yet to spend the diamonds on, let's see what, on the event. Not this one. This one, the water gun, not the 1 diamond offer, but the 1,800 diamonds. So worst case, I can get these 1,800 offers. And this is a Sunday. So I happen to have, I think this is the last day of my, this thing. No, it was still 15 days, fine. So I go here. And I buy the Astro, obviously. And all this during cumulative spending. I buy this, obviously. And I could spend next week as well, that's fine. But I have 1,200 diamonds worth of units of Polyphemus and Wyvern. Get these. And to unlock this, it's just a $5 monthly card. And if you activate it on a Saturday, then you will have six options to purchase these units. And then you pause it for a full week, and then the week after you activate it on a Saturday again. Then you'll miss out on a couple of tokens if you wanted to get the second generation tokens for 100 diamonds, but doesn't matter. By that time you already have a second generation hero. So you only spend big during cumulative spending events unless you have an event that has a discount of 60% plus, or you have an event that has an item of basically infinite scarcity or almost infinite scarcity. One event like this is the rock, paper, scissors event, when you see I still only have generation 1, generation 2 heroes. These are out of reach for me, these 4, but Khalid and Korita and all these others, and Harek, they will be reachable, for example, when rock, paper, scissors comes around. It's a must play for maximum diamonds. You have no other choice but to play it if you don't want to fall behind big time. So if it's not an accumulative spending week, you still spend those 10,000 diamonds, approximately 9,900 on the rock, paper, scissors cards, evidently. Because eventually what's gonna happen is you go to the inventory and 3.5 generation tokens you use, and you choose the hero, and eventually after you collect 30 you'll get the hero, and from then onwards you can use universal hero tokens to level up the hero. Here it is. I have 372 at the moment. Use them. Don't get it at all costs, because there are better things to get, but just store 300 just in case you got a generation 3.5 hero. In the forum we were debating, and I think there is merit, whether to get the generation 3 or the generation 3.5 hero. In my account it looks like this. I can choose, so first of all, these heroes, these 4 are the paid ones currently. One day they are gonna be available for free. One day, maybe in 1 year. And then this is the one that I need to get for my account first. And then there are 4 others. These are generation 3.5 heroes. These are the ones. This is a neutral hero. I'll get it from an event, first time ever. And then this is my other target, generation 3 hero. This is a fortress one, the other one is an inferno. My union is inferno, fortress, and there are some alts. So I can get this hero from an event this week specifically, and next week from here. Once I collect 20,000 points, it's gonna happen quite soon. 3rd generation hero token selection chest, there you go. I will get this from here. That's easy. And then I was arguing, okay, I'm getting some heat in the arena because I was hoarding a bit too much. And I'm facing another player with a 4-star generation 2 hero. This is a mistake, by the way, to spend your first 300 tokens on a hero, a lower generation hero, if you know that you're gonna get a higher generation hero within a week. Then it's a mistake, because you won't be able to 4-star the other hero, right? And that's why you can see that I'm still playing with a simple 2-star hero. I couldn't care less about leveling up. I was considering keeping Fiona on 1-star for a while, but then I've gotten so many 2nd generation tokens that I chose to spend like 20 universal hero tokens on it, and with that I would delay my second, either generation 3 or 3.5 hero 4-starring. Eventually I'll 4-star Fiona too, so this is not a sunk cost. It's just, this is the absolute minimum that I needed to invest to keep my position. And this is what your mindset is supposed to be about. What is the absolute minimum that you need to keep a given position? And this is what I do. So, for example, in this specific case, if you check out a battle And that's how I think usually about the game. It's like Dragon Ball, you know, back then Son Goku wasn't exactly very strong. He was always just as strong as it took to beat the opponent. So if you check out this opponent, he also has a 6-star devil, which I don't really have a space for. So sooner or later he'll run into trouble. But this is the current situation. You see that I'm not that strong compared to this player, right? Although I still win 5 battles out of 5, I tested it yesterday before 9 PM. I test it every single day, by the way. And as soon as I need to get stronger, I will get stronger. Because I have enough ammunition in my inventory to do a lot of stuff. For example, this is not in V-Domino, I can use it straight away. I can use 4 of these chests straight away. I could have used Covenants. Yesterday I was in a dilemma whether to 4-star one of my Divine Heralds or not. And I chose not to. Simply because it's just pointless. I don't need this, I can get stronger with other means. So I have so many things that will make me stronger. I have so many options. But I'm choosing not to do it. I'm choosing not to activate this third support. Why? Because today I'm sure that I will spend at least 880 diamonds. So this means that once I go to the daily missions and there is some spending option, first for 300 diamonds, then for 880, I will get both the XP and the 30 artifact essence. And I will activate the backup formation on a day when I either desperately need it, otherwise I would not keep my position, or the other option is that I reach the 880 bonus with it. I talk to some bigger spenders, they say I just don't care about it. And this is your advantage if you play well. Because as I usually say, if you spend money on the game just to make your life easier, it doesn't exempt you from playing well. So this means that if you justify that, oh, I'm not gonna care about this is like too optimized, I won't refresh Commander Duel just to get the 4 easy opponents every single time, I won't refresh this, I won't refresh that, I don't have time. In that case, your edge will diminish every single day that the other player does it. And this is why I cannot give you an evident singleton advice on what to do. I can obviously give you the basics that get Divine Herald and Champions early, Commanders are second priority, or third or whatever, in event boxes. So these are the units. You will somehow get at least one team of 3-star, at least Divine Heralds mainly, and then Champions. Then activate monthly VIP, $5 to access champion tokens and generation 2 hero tokens. So get a generation 2 hero in 15 days unless you have access to Gen 3 Plus early from events. Then it's less important, obviously, because you already have a Gen 3 Plus, and it will take months until the Generation 2 hero is useful to you as an adjutant, so you don't even bother. Then also get champion units. These are the Ramiel's Wyvern and Polyphemus in 4 weeks. So it's like how many days? Saturday is your third day, then you need 21 more days, so it's in 24 days from start. So within 24 days from start. This is temporary. You will eventually, what you will do with these 2 units is that I consider 6-starring them eventually, which may need like 80 plus 100 plus 150 plus 200 tokens, which is 450, 530 tokens. 530 tokens in total, which is How many do we get? 10 or 20? I think we get 2 times 10, right? Let's see. Festival VIP car, monthly car store, there it is. So we get 10 twice a week. Okay, so twice a week, this means 20. So 27, so 26.5 weeks. So in half a year you'll get a 6 star. And miraculously, in half a year, you're expected to reach Miracle Pursuit. With your Eternity Adamants and everything else. Or no, not Eternity Adamants, what is it? Your Miracle Pursuit, it's a second type of awakening, and then you'll need champion tokens. So then use these tokens for Miracle Pursuit material. The 6-star units will be enclosed in your first 2 Miracle Pursuits. This is your long-term plan, above level 95. Okay. So this is why these $5 VIP are key. I'm not sure if I'll be able to demonstrate it in this playthrough, because I'm making my life harder by stopping spending altogether. So this means I will have access to these tokens for 2 more weeks and then that's it. Tough life, isn't it? Simply because the opponent I was playing against quit. And this is another thing, that those who spend a lot will eventually get frustrated or will get bored. Many of them. I think like 1 in 1,000 players, or 1 in 2,000 maybe, persist as a high VIP. Like a really low number. So far I know one player who has made it beyond 35 million power that I've played against. I know another VIP 15 who will likely do it in EU266, but I'm starting to beat him as well. So that's the idea. So these are your units, and then after your units, the next thing is Hero Armor +3, so 3rd level, and Divine Gear +6. And the game is changing, so there is gonna be some mask, and I don't know what level yet. We will figure it out. But the mask will be more important than Divine Gear. These are the top important things. Less important things are Cornucopia. Cornucopia went down in value because of the Sunday event. This is why it's a good day to record this. So Cornucopia went down in value because there is the Sunday event right here. This thing. And you get 100 Star Soul Stones every single week. Except the first few weeks when you may have different priorities. And then you put these things in the Vidomina Cauldron. There is the other account. And you make... Come on. You make 600 out of 200. Or 700, I don't know. So with all this, you may argue that you need Cornucopia less. But there is some damage increment or damage reduction increment, I don't remember exactly, on level 8. Then you will, in order to have a peace of mind, you will need to hoard 4 premium artifact component chests to cancel Angelic Alliance. Why 4? Because in the premium artifact component, only use it on demand. So in the premium artifact component chest, that's the cheapest way to get, or not premium, prestigious, anyway, prestigious, to get Sword of the Gods 3 components, this thing, 3 components. And with 2 boxes you get 1 level of Sword of the Gods. With 4 boxes you get 2. It's prestigious. And Sword of the Gods has a 75% probability of cancelling the Angelic Alliance effects of the same level. So what you're playing is basically that your opponent spends 3 times as much on Angelic Alliance and you cancel it. with 1/3 of the resources. But you don't want this that much, because unfortunately, if you go to the artifacts and you check out the skills, this thing right here, oh yeah, I still have Titan's Thunder, no, not this one, this one. This is Sword of the Gods. This is Ring of Negation, which is generally better than Sword of the Gods for against those who don't have Angelic Alliance. And Spellcraft Mastery, this is the best artifact out of the three. So eventually, you will throw away Sword of the Gods, and it will be mostly useless to you, except its effects, its secondary effects that you get based on the hero stats. Whenever you have something, you see like magic damage, hero knowledge, hero intelligence, defense, whatever. These base stats will still be with you, but you won't use the skills of the artifacts. Because whenever you see that a skill is set to be passive, then the passive skill itself is with you all the time. But Sword of the Gods, you have to equip it. This is why it's a bit less useful of an artifact. But these are your plans, and if you do this, then you're on a good way towards having a good account. And then people say, only spend on this, only do this, don't do anything else, and this is when I beat them. Because then you have to apply common sense, and this is why I have 100 videos and not like 10 to solve all your problems, because I cannot solve all your problems in 10 videos. Because sometimes there is a situation when it makes sense to violate my own rules and go in a different direction. So that's basically the guide. And you need to check out the playlist. It will take you like 1 hour at least to maintain. So this means that you will have enough time to run this in the background, for example. And in the next video, we will go through the spending offers as well. So I didn't forget this question. It's just I don't want to record too long videos in general. But I understand like best price deals are low spender with a limited budget for this current trend, and that would be super helpful to know what to prioritize when it comes to many offers the game keeps throwing at us. So this will come in the next video.